Oh, hey guys, it's Pasty Boy here. Today I'm just going to do a walk around video of the new sled 2016 Skidoo Blizzard 600 HOE Tech and show you some of the other stuff that I got with it that either were just, extra stuff I wanted or accessories or whatnot. So let's take a look. We're going to do this outside, better lighting, more room to get around the sled. Alright, so I'm going to start out, just do a quick walk around, and then I'll tell you what the standard features are. This is the 2016 Skidoo MXZ Blizzard 600 HOE Tech. It's a new model for this year. The Blizzard brought the name back. I guess it was in the 70s and 80s, and then it came back in the 2000s, and now it's back again this year for 2016. So standard features are the RAS2 front suspension, the Pilot TS skis, which are here, which is a tunable ski where you can turn the carbide deeper or shallower depending on the riding conditions. We'll get into that in another video. It's got the Ice Ripper track. And if you look at the lugs, there are little studlets on the lugs. So that's the Ice Ripper track. The also standard is the 129-inch track. It's got the R-Motion rear suspension. The shocks, front and rear, are HPG Plus rebuildable shocks. Yeah, let's see if we can get a shot underneath. So that's an adjustment block there for weight transfer and stuff. It's got electric start, and that's also the reverse. It's got, right, so the reverse is RER, which is electric, started up. We'll do that in a minute. Also, it was new last year, but it's the new key style here. It's RF, radio frequency. Now, typically, RF means you just have, with cars and things like that, you just have to be a certain distance from the machine for it to work. But with this one, I believe it's a lot closer. So basically, as long as that's snapped on there, you're not going to have any issues with it trying to start funny or feel like it's not engaged. This one won't give you any problems like the old DESS key, and it's very secure for theft protection. It's got the advanced digital gauge here, which has a lot more information that it will show you, and that'll be for another video to get into what it really does. And that's pretty much all the stock features. So now we'll get into the features that I added to the sled. Okay, so I'm going to go over the extra stuff that I got for the sled and for myself in no particular order. So we'll start by mentioning the Garmin GPS here. It's the Garmin Montana 650T, and in order to have that on the sled, you have to get the glove box extender, which is this unit here. Normally the glove box stops here and is just flat. And then I decided while I was doing that to get the glove box liner. Turn the light on. You can see in there, and you can see there's a zipper there, and it's big enough to hold a big smartphone, which is cool. And then just quick mention, this little screw here on top, if you screw it down tight, you aren't able to remove the GPS, and you just squeeze here, comes off. And we'll make another video about the GPS. This is like you can go on hiking and stuff using this. It has a factory battery, but if you remove it, you could also put AA's in it, and it's also a camera for taking pictures. Okay, see what else we did here. I got the cover for it, which I'll show you after. I got the battery tender junior, which here's the pigtail, and I will open up the side panel so you can see that it's connected to the battery. So right here, and then it's got the fuse, and it comes down right here, so I can just plug it in, keep the battery maintained all the time. Let's see what else. I got a case of full synthetic oil, because this can only run on full synthetic. And I got the X-Team full leather gloves, which I'll show you as well. I got here on the running boards, I got the chassis reinforcements in matching yellow. And I think for now that's pretty much it. So it's got like a medium-high windshield. And now let's just start it up real quick so you can see what it does when you start it up. Here's the left-hand side function buttons, which are high beam, start, RER, thumb warmer, up and down 9 settings. I'm sorry, handlebar warmer, up and down 9 settings, thumb warmer, up and down 9 settings. And these are the different ways to control the different settings on the instrument panel there. So let's start her up. So it's in break-in mode right now. So the sled won't let you do anything bad, you know what I mean? It's gonna limit the RPMs, it's gonna give it extra oil and all that injection. So let's see here, GPS. What does it say? Lost power. So, Sunday, December 13th, 11:15 a.m. as you can see. And right now I've got, since it does a lot of settings, I've got it set to show the engine temperature in miles per hour. And we'll get into another video where we discuss what this gauge can display. But you can see it's going up. The hand warmers get hot really fast. Get a shot of the lights. I believe that's low beam. snow flap there really has a lot of space between the track and everything, so it shouldn't get all sucked up under the tunnel when you're going in reverse. Alright, let's bring her back in. Alright, so now I'm just going to go over some of the things I added to the sled that aren't stock. So, like I showed you, the GPS here. That's the information about it here. And inside the box, it comes with a plug-in charger. It comes with a USB cable, so you can download maps and all that kind of stuff to it. This thing is obviously the manual, and this is a screen protector, so it came with that too. And then it came with this little tool here. It actually confused me. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? You know, I know that little screw is a special type screw, security screw, so that you can't steal the GPS. But basically, I'll show you. So it threw me for a loop for a minute. So I called up Cooper Sales and Service, where I bought the sled, and before the lady there could even tell me about it, my wife says, "Yeah, just unscrews like this." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm an idiot." And there is the so it's kind of like a Torx, but it's got the little hole in the middle, so a regular Torx wouldn't even work. So you just stick it in there, screw that down tight, the little screw, and then without one of these, you'd have to like rip the GPS off the unit, off the sled. But either way, I will be removing the GPS like I showed you in the video if I leave the sled by itself at a restaurant or whatever. Alright, next up is the cover for the well, let's see what the label says here. So it's Rev XP, XR, RT, RF, XM, XS, and XU, and this is the XS chassis. So I will just open it enough to show you the picture in there of air, so you can see. I didn't think that was the cover I was getting, but looks like it is. Okay. And we'll show how that goes on in another video. Basically, I ordered this cover because at the time when I actually ordered the sled, I didn't have an enclosed trailer, and I didn't want this exposed to all the elements while trailering it. And then literally like a week after I ordered the sled, I bought an enclosed trailer. So I figured, you know what, it's still a good idea to have the cover, because when the thing is sitting from April until December, I'm going to have the cover on it to protect it, keep dust off it and all that. This is the Battery Tender Junior. Basically, you just plug it into the wall, connect it to that little pigtail that's already connected to the battery on the sled, and it will fully maintain the battery as long as you got it plugged in. It's great. I've got one for my Harley, and My Harley is almost 8 years old now. Original battery, starts every time. I really recommend these, and that's why I had to have one for the sled, without a doubt. And if I'm not mistaken, here, I'll open it up and show you here. So this is the battery pack, and it's all fully automated. You don't have to do anything. You just plug it in and it'll do exactly what it needs to do for the battery. Besides this, it also comes with a set of cables so that you can literally, you know, plug it in to this and now go and charge up your lawnmower battery or anything else, your car. So these come in really handy. So I'm definitely, and I have used this on my other battery tender that I have for my motorcycle, and to charge the lawnmower battery. You know, about the price, 30 to 40 bucks for one of these, and they're well worth it. And here is the XPS two-stroke engine oil. It's a fully synthetic for the Skidoo E-Tech motor. I'm sure it's good, obviously, for other ones as well. All this here. But the 600 E-Tech, 800 E-Tech, they definitely need the full synthetic. So we're going with nothing but that. And last but not least, I had to get some new gloves, because even though my other gloves were full leather and worked awesome and love them and they fit and the whole nine, I've had them since the mid-90s. They were Yamaha gloves, and you know, I've been riding my other Skidoo for 5 years now with the Yamaha gloves, but I figured if I'm going to have a brand new Skidoo, I think I can splurge for some Skidoo gloves. So they didn't have any mediums in stock, so they ordered me the mediums. So we'll just we'll just show you that real quick. And that. So they're medium. We'll take the clips off, the paper out. They're still connected to each other here. Disconnect them. Still got the everything. I didn't even try these on yet. I mean, I knew they would fit because the larges were way too big. So let's see if I can do this without knocking the camera over. So it's got a Velcro on the top and Velcro around the wrist if you like them really tight or whatever. So that's the right hand glove, and I guess these are X Team. And I will show you the left hand glove. I'll put it on and show you. Left-hand glove, obviously the same, except it's got this little windshield wiper on there. If you get, you know, water, snow, whatever, on your visor, on your shield, your helmet, you can just wipe it off. At the snow show, I was talking to a guy about it. He said he hated it and it got in his way and interfered with braking, and he kind of cut his off. I'd never had a pair with this on it, so we'll find out. I don't see how it'd be a problem. My buddy Gary has them with this windshield wiper and doesn't have an issue. So we'll find out on the trails. Alright guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out the walk around video. I know it's kind of long, but you know, fairly thorough on what my sled has and what I bought with it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Share the video. That's also appreciated. Also, if you look down in the description, you can like me, Pasty Boy, on Facebook. You can also, if you're interested, I do have a shirt and a sticker through SEH Design. And matter of fact, I think I'm going to get some soon to show you guys here. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I can't wait for the snow, and I bet you can't either. So stay tuned, and we'll be bringing you more videos. Take care, guys.